Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Empire of Thorns. Sebastian has been very busy for the last few weeks as his fiance has been preparing for and gave birth to their first child, Aiden, Aiden Elliott. Um, he has basically lost contact with a lot of people in his life. Just he's been so busy, so he's running through to basically kind of check up on some people, find some things out, do some things. The first person he wanted to pay a visit to was his mentor, William. Um, so I imagine Sebastian's gonna go knock on his door.
Yep.
Okay. When Will answers the door, it might be a little shocking for your character, but the first thing is he's lost a little bit of weight, and you can tell it's enough weight that it shows on him. Um, he looks thinner, he looks more tired, he looks kind of more drawn. He's a little bit grayer, and you notice he's shaking softly. And he has this odor about him. It's not bad as though he's not taking care of himself or something like that. But you know when someone's like sick or like their liver isn't well, like how they get that smell?
Yeah.
He has that smell going. And so he'll basically kind of smile at Sebastian, kind of leaning heavily against the door. And
Several.
he'll say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
several smile back with a concerned look, and he'll smile and say, "Hey,
hey."
you all right?"
I'll kind of open the door for him, kind of walk past, and I'll say, "Detoxing."
He'll close the door behind him and he'll sit down and he'll say, what happened?"
He'll show his wrist. He'll kind of like wave his arm at him, and I'll show him his wrist. And he has a brand on his wrist that's three X's. And he'll say, "Fucking Maurice hit me with some kind of magic that made alcohol not work on me."
Goes well. I guess. Well, somewhere that's a good thing.
Probably in the end. He'll kind of swallow heavily and drink from a bottle of water. You can tell he's been just chugging water so hard. And he'll sit down and smile at him. "It's good to see you.
Yeah.
It's been so long."
Yeah, he'll smile, guys. I've been meaning to see you for a while. And he'll stop and breathe and say, "I heard what happened to Az and who did it. Are you coping?"
His jaw will tighten. He'll kind of look away. The answer is a clear no.
He'll like take him in his arm like a bro hug, and he'll say, "Well, he'll do it, but he'll be careful not to get him too close because the baby is still in the front of his scarf right now." And he'll say, "I kind of wanted to. I think a part of me kind of wanted to kill him when I first heard the news, but that would have gotten me killed, and two, well, I think I knew somewhere inside that there was a deeper explanation to it, but still, I'm kind of pissed off about it."
He'll nod. He'll take more of the water.
Seb will. There'll be a tear coming out of his eye, and goes, as she had become quite quickly a sister to me. I know you loved her too, and
I think
I
just
thought we could talk.
I think that the hard part of accepting all of it, of really kind of, he'll just kind of wave his hands in front of his face, is that it was my best friend, you know?
Seb will take a moment he'll say, yeah, I don't know what I do if I end up knowing that Sebastian ever kills Kiko. If Soren ever kills Kiko. And he'll like shake his head and goes, I don't want to think about it. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you would do such a thing. I mean, I know the reason he explained to me, but it all just seems so. He'll just rub his face like a nightmare. But
What did he tell you? From I just heard it was because of the madness going around.
he said it was Mercy, that he knew that she would never truly be happy, that the light in her eyes had gone out, and he didn't want to see her like that anymore.
Seb will look down and goes, he might say that, but I think she could have been happy. There must have been another way. I don't want to accept that there was no way of her finding happiness. I don't want to accept that. I refuse to.
90% of me refuses it, but then 10% of me doesn't want to hold that against my best friend. He'll sniff softly. I just want to forgive him and move on, and just.
Seb will say, I tried forgiving him, but then I heard I heard about him and Iris was just heartbroken about it, about what happened. She kind of cried in my shoulders. Her entire face was just filled with, in Hillsmonger's, her rainbow tears. I don't think she had. The first time I saw Iris, she had cried because she had been stalked for a long time. I don't know how long, but she had been stalked and she had been crying. But it doesn't even start to compare to how much she had been crying when she told me she broke up with Claudio. And I hate seeing my friends in this state.
As far as her and Claudio go, I just. He'll shake his head. That's an entirely different situation.
And Seb will smile and goes, I've brought something that can maybe cheer you up.
Oh?
And he'll dig inside the front of his scarf, and he'll take out Aiden and show it to him. Show him.
His jaw will drop a little bit, and he'll smile.
And he'll say, that's Aiden.
This is your son.
He'll smile and goes, I guess it is. Kiko said, I'm daddy, and Devin is papa.
He'll smile. That makes sense. He'll kind of tickle his nose, and he'll kind of pull him closer and kind of nuzzle him to his cheek. Is it a wolf or a fox or a dog or?
It's a fox, but he can shapeshift into a human.
He'll kind of stroke his head very softly.
We decided to let him grow and age as a fox keeps him safer from the gentry.
That's probably true. I can see the wisdom in that. Will it affect the time that you have with him? Will he age as a fox?
He will age as a fox, but since he's a hob, he might. Well, once he's adult, he might stay that way a while. I'm not really sure yet.
He'll nod. He'll kind of pet it again.
I gave his middle name is sorry, I forgot it right then.
Elliot.
She said his middle name is Elliot. I named him after Soren's real name.
He'll smile, kind of a little half smile. It's a good name.
And he'll smile, guys. How's Sammy been going?
She's doing well. She's out right now with well, I'm kind of seeing someone, and they've been spending time together.
And he'll smile as well. It's good that you found someone. Is it?
Yeah,
is she?
I'm taking it really slow. No, yeah, she's human. But her family is actually, there's a lot of Fae in her family.
And he'll smile as well. Maybe she can get you settled.
You know Maurice Renaud, right?
Guys, yes, I've spent a bit of time with him.
It's his niece, actually.
So the king, the Autumn Kings in Paris, his sister?
Cousin.
Sebastian will smile, guys. God damn, that family's big.
As I understand it, she has 10 brothers and sisters.
I'll say it again. God damn, that family's big.
Well, if you think about it, if they have to send every other child to Fairy, he'll kind of shrug. It would make sense that they would want to have more children than a small number so that they could at least enjoy some of them, right?
Makes sense.
I mean, they only get to keep every other one. So.
And she says, and has the madness stuff been resolved?
It seems to have. I haven't seen any stirrings of it, but I'm still not overjoyed that there's a true Fae sitting in the courts.
Yeah, I don't think many people are.
Ah, well.
I've heard that some of them can be good, but
you're muffled.
He'll say, I've heard that some of them can be good, become good, but mine, I think my keeper was just pure evil.
Well, that's the problem. You never know which ones can be good or not, and for the most part, it's not a matter of being good. It's a matter of having anything resembling or shaping a human mindset that they can empathize with us on. They're alien. Wholly and truly. They don't understand our condition. They don't understand what we deal with, and they're so much more powerful than us. They see us as, at best, playthings and pets, and at worst, slaves. And that's the problem.
Well,
I know.
has he made any trouble as of yet?
Other than the madness thing, no. I'm trusting that he'll behave and that this won't be a problem. But I've got my blade close just in case. You know?
So Smog is he'll say yes. It would be wise to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Speaking of,
yeah,
he'll look at him. How are you getting along with Devin?
quite well actually. He seems caring, unlike most people think. And he'll smile to him because he's actually a good guy. He just, well, kind of keeps it secret. When he winks at him, he winks at William when he says that.
Take a deep breath.
Sorry, what was that?
He'll take a deep breath.
Oh, okay.
Sebastian, I have to go to pick up Sammy and Celeste.
He'll say, well, you hug Sammy for me and well, take a picture of Aiden. Maybe she can look at the picture before, while she waits before she actually sees him.
Mm-hmm. So he'll escort him out as he goes himself. He looks okay. Like I said, he's struggling right now, but he looks like he's dealing well.
So yeah, Seb will bro hug him and he'll say, "I'll see you later." You are the second. You guys, by the way, I think well, you can walk Kiko down the aisle.
Oh yeah. That'd be an honor.
Guys, you're more father to me than my actual father, so.
Your father does care a lot for you, though.
He'll take a deep breath and goes, I know it's getting close to him for me. It's still a work in progress. He will be there at the wedding now. He'll just be the second best man.
He'll grin at him. I'll see you later, my dear. My dear boy. We'll kind of touch his shoulder. So, you go to the Winter Court to find your father?
Yep.
He's engaged in fisticuffs with Draven. They're fighting, but it looks like as though they're fighting for purpose.
God damn it, what are they doing?
Draven basically has him like kind of by the back of his like neck. He's like he's got him gripped by his biceps, like his chest pressed to your father's back, and he's trying to like reach back behind for him, and he's kind of got his hands on the back of his head, and his like his knee basically like in the small of his back. And he's like, you gotta calm down, John, because you lose your head and then everything goes to hell. And then I've got you like a toddler over here. And he starts like twisting around, and John is like, God damn it! And he's like, I know it's painful, but if you struggle, you're just gonna hurt yourself. And he's like, ah! He's like, all you have to do is go limp. That's all you have to do. But no, you just can't do it. And he'll just shake his head. And he'll kind of smile at Sebastian as he sees him walking up.
Oh!
Hey, Sebastian, how you doing? Look, hey, I'm having a moment with your dad here. Give me 1 second. The second he yells uncle or goes limp, I'll let him go. I promise, okay? But I won't break his neck. Well, I won't break his neck, but from his position, he could easily break his own neck.
Seb will just smile and wait.
It'll take about a good 5 minutes of him struggling against Draven and wearing himself out, essentially. While Draven just kind of sits there, holding him. They'll start singing Soft Kitty at him after a while.
Yeah, while Seb is waiting, he actually takes out takes out Aiden and starts like playing with him with his finger.
So Draven squeezed like a child girl and lets go of John and sails to where he lands in front of Sebastian and goes, "Ooh, it's so cute."
It's cute. His name is Aiden.
Like the king?
Yes, we named him after the king. You were there,
Nice.
weren't you?
Kiss asses. And then he'll walk off.
What do you
Like
say?
he kissed the tip of his nose or his fingertip and then pressed it to Aiden's nose. And he called Sebastian and Kiko some kiss asses, but he's joking. He's like, "Pick yourself up, John. I didn't hurt you that bad." And John will kind of pick himself up with shaking his head like, "Bastard." He'll kind of wander over to Sebastian.
They're both mongols, so that's, well, in a way, that's your grandson.
You're muffled again, by the way.
So say that's, in a way, your grandson. And he also show the baby. He can change into a human. He just doesn't control it yet.
See what happens when you mix blood? You get a puppy.
That's just a changeling thing that doesn't have anything to do with her being Japanese.
Lies.
Keep it up and you won't be the second best man at my wedding. And he just smiles.
He'll grunt. He'll look down at it. What is that, a dog?
It's a fox. No,
What kind of fox?
Kiko is, well, Arctic fox, like Kiko.
Looks like a red fox.
It's black right now. Why do you say it looks like a red fox?
Because Arctic foxes are small and they got short nuzzles.
And he'll look to it and goes, well, we'll have to wait till he grows and see. But Kiko is an Arctic fox, so I would have thought it'd be an Arctic fox. It's a hob that they're kind of tricky.
I'll snort again. When's your wedding?
Probably in February sometime. We're still working out.
Hell no, you're not getting married on Valentine's Day, are you?
Also mangas. What would be wrong with that?
Well, first off, it's on a Sunday, boy. You can't get married on God's day.
Okay, and second of all,
I gotta find a way to word this. Hold on. That enough. That alone should be enough. But secondly, that's just one hell of a cheesy day to get married on. You can't do that. It's just not right.
several just like small guys.
Me and your mother got married on the 24th of February.
Kill small guys. We had thought about Valentine's Day, but we don't have a complete. We don't have a date certain yet. It might be the 24th. We kill small.
Can't use the 24th either.
Why? Because you got married that day.
No, because that's a Wednesday.
Oh, God, why can't we get married on a Wednesday?
Because it's in the middle of the week. You know how expensive those venues are going to be?
Then one day can we get married, Dad?
Get married on V-Day. Put her in her place.
On what day?
V-Day. Put her in her place.
Except just silence and just goes, we'll tell you when we pick a day, Dad.
I'm
And then
sorry.
he realizes, holy crap, I just told you that. And he gets
Little
longer.
smile.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we're past the whole stage of me calling you John.
I'll write it down in my memory book.
Okay, well, I've been busy with, between Kiko being pregnant and planning the wedding, and, but, well, except for the day, we have everything else planned out.
You're muffled!
Guys, except for the day, we have everything else planned out.
Nod.
Main in case colors will be purple, and her side will be white and purple, and my side will be black and purple.
Wow. He'll just shake his head like, wow. Okay, then. It sounds lovely. I'll be there.
Other side goes, well, you're one of the best men, you have to be there.
He'll nod.
And so mom goes, well, I'll see you later.
Okay. Although you keep muffling yourself, by the way. I think you have to pick your phone up.
Wait, my cat's
So
being... What the fuck are you doing, cat? Sorry,
Mr.
just
Cat.
a sec.
Is it you're gonna go see Claudia now, right?
Yeah, just a sec. Okay, go on, cat.
Akasha, stop! Beautiful day.
No,
So I'm
get out of the curtains. Stop banging the curtains. There we go. So yes, you go see Claudia.
Well, this might sound kind of funny, but he's actually wherever Iris would be when she had the babies, because they were born today.
Okay.
So he's at the spring court, basically. They were born in the spring court. And he's looking well. He looks happy. Yeah, he's definitely happy.
Yeah, fabulous, Mongo's. Okay.
He'll look at him and he'll say, "Oh, hi, Sebastian."
He'll try to control his anger, but he won't hide it.
Mute, muffled again.
He'll try to he'll control his anger, like hold it back, but he won't hide it.
Why don't we take a walk?
Yeah. He starts walking and he follows Claudio.
He'll tuck his hands into his pocket as he walks with him.
Why? Why? What happened with Az and what happened with Iris? They're both close to me. Az I should say was, but they're both good friends to me.
As time passes on more and more, I can't tell you what happened with Az. I don't know. I don't remember it that well.
It's hard, and it's gonna be hard, but I'll have to forgive you for that.
I understand. That one I understand.
And Iris, what happened there? I've seen you two together. I know you love her. Why? What happened?
His jaw will tighten. He walks along.
When I saw her, she was blaming herself.
This one is about a pure 50-50.
Whatever she did, she was trying to make you happy, you know that, right? Maybe a bit too much.
And that can be a problem in and of itself. When you lose yourself because you're trying to make someone else happy and you become their world. And you stop living for yourself. Then the person that person fell in love with is gone. So that happened. When I tried to encourage her to
She came to me a few times, asking me, looking for advice, and I basically told her that she needed to make decisions for herself. She needed to stop letting others decide for her.
and I completely agree with you. My greater problem is that whenever I did make decisions because she didn't, I was accused of not letting her make any decisions, essentially. The decisions have to be made. Yesterday, Maurice decided our children's future because she couldn't, and I wanted to give her the chance.
So what's happening with the children?
We both have to live in the Springport, at least for a year, in the same area. Not the same space. We don't have to live in the same dwelling, but in the same area. I'm going to have the children for 1 week. She'll have the children for another. And we'll alternate the holidays, or possibly spend them together.
Well, I'm sure that's best for the kids, but for her, I would have thought maybe she kind of needed time away. No offense, but I would have thought she needed time away from you.
No, I am due the right to see my children. And if she... I would never do anything that would separate her from them. But I won't do the same to myself.
She'll smile at him and goes, getting her to make her decisions will have to be a slow progress, I guess. She was taken as a child. I think she's still a bit stuck in that mindset.
Oh, I know that without doubt. That's one of the main strikes that broke us.
And Seb will smile, and like a half joking way, he'll be like, I can't believe I've managed to talk with you for all that time and not punch you in the face.
He'll give him a sly grin.
Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to.
Well, by all means, you can try. I'll give him a
Yeah,
wink.
I think I'll end up dead if I do.
No, 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 no. I wouldn't kill you. You might get beaten with
Plus,
ice cream, though.
in Hellmongers, plus I can't really do that with my kid with me, can I? And he'll take out Aiden.
Oh, well, look at that.
He
I
can
saw a bit
grow
of
with.
him yesterday, but I didn't get to really get a good look at him.
He can grow with your kids. Maybe they'll end up being best friends.
Maybe. When they were born, though, they were fire. That was interesting.
How come they were fire? Iris is not an elemental.
They'll shrug. I don't know. We managed to get them into mortal shells that stopped that, but they're hot to the touch, as though they're running a fever. They seem fine, though.
Sebos mangas, well, Aiden can change shape, can become a human. We decided to let him live, and let him age and grow as a fox. There, seemed safer.
It's probably a good idea. I just can't believe him. Wow. I can't believe I have children. I'm a father. It's...
Sebastian Wolf's mangas, it's not exactly, well, I'm not the father, strictly speaking, but I can't believe I'm going to raise a, I'm raising a kid. Even if it's a fox, I mean, he'll still be human sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm raising a child.
He'll nod. So how are you doing, Sebastian?
It's been busy, tired, haven't got, between planning the wedding and Kiko being pregnant and Health Marvel goes, well, I'm sure you know all about being moody, but between that and planning the wedding at the same time, I've been busy. And sometimes the Paladin's calling me every so often.
I'll nod. He looks down, kind of quietly.
Oh, are you okay?
Nope, not at all.
Anything you...
I have to be, so sure. But no, I'm not okay.
Anything you need to... Well, I might not be the person to do that with, but I'm here right now, so anything you need to talk about.
It's better if I don't. Not because I don't trust you or because of any reason, just I know Iris can go to you. I know she sees you as a friend. And I don't want her to feel as though I'm moving into that safety net. It's just better if we, in that regards, keep a distance from each other.
I understand. And Seb will smile, and it's kind of like, well, he says that in a joking manner, but shows that he's still kind of serious about it and goes, "Can you please stop messing with my friends? You've kind of, well, you've done that to two already, and that's quite a lot."
Sure, buddy. I'll do that for you. And I'll smile.
And
Do you want a empathy roll on that?
yes. I'm not sure how much I have. I have one in empathy plus one for being for my mental, and empathy wits.
Yep.
So yeah, it's 5 dice. If you can roll 5 dice for me.
Got it. Nothing. You can't tell. He seems not sincere, but like he just seems sincere. Like, sure, yeah.
I see a several. Well, he'll put Aiden back in his car and he'll say, "I'll see you when I see you."
He'll nod at him.
And he'll go back to Crudo. Well, have him and Kathy and Kiko being allowed back to their house, or do they still have to stay at Trudeau's?
They can go to the house. It's just there's always somebody there. There's a guard there at all times.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, he'll go see Kiko at their house.
She'll glomp him while managing to avoid the baby. So she'll basically like jump on him when he walks through the door, and like her arms will go around his neck, and like her legs will go around his waist, but she won't press her chest to him, so she doesn't press his scarf. And she squeeze. Squeeze! You're home, you're home, you're home, you're home. And she bounces. You're home, you're home, you're home.
He'll kiss her on the head. Like, no, well, the low forehead thing, like, well, in the middle of the head.
I made you chicken. I made you chicken. And it's chicken. And she'll jump off and she'll do a little butt wiggle dance.
And he'll take Aiden out and like hand it to her.
And she'll nuzzle him to her face. And I have my baby. And I have my body back. I'm wearing my jeans. She lost her weight really fast.
Back to her normal weight.
Yeah, like seriously. She wasn't that big in the first place, if you remember me describing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And yeah, so she has her normal clothes back on and she's like squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
No, I said we'll take her and like slowly turn her around just so that she's facing him again and kiss her.
She'll put the baby down on a pillow and wrap her arms around his neck. Guess what?
And he'll like raise his and make his eyes big and go, "What?"
I have secret.
And he'll smile and goes, "What secret?"
Well, it's not a really serious secret. Everybody knows.
Then it's not a secret at all, is it?
Nope.
So, what is it?
Aishiteru!
What?
She screamed out, "I love you" in Japanese.
So, what's up?
I love you.
That's not a secret at all. And
She'll climb onto his back. Hi. She's being really hyper.
I thought women were supposed to be tired after they got a baby.
Nope. And she'll wiggle on top of his head.
Well,
what am I to do?
You're just strange.
Why?
Because you're all full of energy and you've just had a kid.
But I feel wonderful. I have you, and I have Aiden, and I have everything. And she bounces and jumps. Again, on his head.
And yeah, he'll go to dining room and just like say, well, I kind of want to eat now, so you'll have to get off, won't you? Himself smile.
You missed what I said.
Because you said you had me and you had Aiden and you had everything.
But there's something I can do.
What can you do?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. It's super special.
Kilsen goes, can you turn into a fox?
She will sail off his head to the floor. Like she jumps. In people form. Like as a person, she'll jump. And then she hits the floor. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. She went ham. She did that.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll wiggle at him. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
With blue eyes, right? You told me she had blue eyes as a winter fox.
Yes, she has blue eyes. That was just the best picture I could find of a fox that wasn't surrounded by snow.
He'll like bend down and caress her and stuff.
She'll lick his face.
He'll like kiss her head and play around with her and well, he'll like grab her tail.
She'll bite his hand playfully and kind of gnaw at it and roll onto her back.
She'll give her a belly rub.
Belly rubs.
So can she talk human as in Arctic fox in fox form or?
Yeah, she can.
Okay, cool.
She'll wiggle and she'll say, "Do you like?"
And she'll smile goes, "Yes, I do. You look quite beautiful." Then again, you always look beautiful, but still.
She'll lick his face. She'll trot over to Aiden and she'll flop down. And he'll kind of like sniff the air and like kind of crawl over to her. And he starts drinking. That's why she can change.
So
she can feed him.
So Dad, I'm saying my actual dad, John, thinks she's going to be a red wolf. A red fox.
She sniffs it, and she's like, "I don't know what red foxes look like when they're babies."
Apparently, well, red fox have bigger ears and, well, look more like that rather than, well, he said it looks more like a red fox than an Arctic fox.
Look them up on the Google.
Yes, you'll look up Google.
Does he look up the differences between a red fox cub and an Arctic fox cub? If he looks it up on the Google, apparently, by look, Aiden appears to be more of a red fox cub than an Arctic fox cub.
And several say, well, he does apparently look more like a red fox cub.
Yeah, Arctic fox cubs have different fur patterns and their noses are smaller. He was right on that.
Okay. And he'll say, actually, while he's at it, he'll look for Chad on the internet, see what because he knows what happened with Hope and what happened with him, and he just wonders what happened with Chad. He hasn't had time to look for that yet.
That'll take longer time to grab information on because Dante has that plot.
Okay.
But is that all you wanted to do, Nene?
Yes. Then he'll settle and have dinner. I guess is it? Not sure what.
She'll turn back to him and make dinner for him. She'll actually kind of sit in his lap and put her chin like on his shoulder. He's so lucky.
We are. And he'll hug her. And there's have you heard about Iris and Claudio?
She'll make a face.
I'll take that for yes. Well, he doesn't seem too good about it, but Iris was very heartbroken about what happened. She came to see me.
She'll just kind of like her face, just.
And he'll smile and gaze, but no. As much as I don't like seeing my friends unhappy, I've got you. And he'll smile and gaze, sorry, I've got what I need.
She'll kiss all over his face.
And
She'll nuzzle his nose.
he'll kiss her and go, halfway through the gaze, I can have the rest of that later.
I could always make you an ice cream sundae.
And he'll smile at her and goes, ice cream sundae, and look to the bed and goes, or sex.
How about both?
Now that sounds like an idea.
Yes! And she bounds off and we can end our scene there.
Okay.